Dealing with old emotional scars can be heavy. It can really weigh on our emotions, on our daily routines, and our relationships. So, what is the best method, or what is the best way to go about dealing with old emotional scars while you're implementing change? Well, I definitely wanted to dive into that today. I'm Coach 𝗬𝗂, and on this channel, I speak on all things spiritual, mental, and physical. You can always catch my physical content like workouts, my daily routines, meal guides, and things such of that nature of bettering your health and, physical fitness in my short form. So on YouTube Shorts, you can also catch my content on other platforms, in which I will link it in the description box below. As while life is lifing, while we are going through this period of change, elevation, being stretched, being called to higher places, I don't know why. I feel like my eyelash just keeps coming up, but disregard. But anywho, as we are being called to higher places, we forget that we have to be retested. You know what I mean? With that old crap that we just elevated from. Like, we have to be tested, tried, and challenged to make sure that we truly are leveled up. We truly are elevated. We truly have matured in a way where we don't have to take 3 steps back to get back on track, because we are in the art of responding and not reacting. So let's jump into this content, because guys, again, with all this planetary shifts and still us being in a new year, trying to reach and achieve these goals, sometimes you can get, slapped with some old work, or like some old emotional scars, and what you feel like, I've already done this work, I've already done this, like, why is this coming up in my life? Why is this resurfacing? Now, right? Guys, something you all don't know about me, because I haven't shared this, is I used to get in a lot of trouble when it came to keeping my hands to myself. Like, I'm a very physical person. I had a lot of aggression. I grew up watching a lot of physical pain, okay? In my household, there was a lot of expression in a physical way. I didn't know the right way to communicate with words when I was feeling frustrated, when I was feeling angry, when I wasn't getting what I want, because I've always seen chaos, fighting, commotion. So that's always been my first nature to respond, right? Just throughout the majority of my life, I won't lie. So there were a lot of trigger words and a lot of looks that I had to overcome because of my thinking, right? You could look at me some type of way. I may think that you're mean mugging me, and I want to confront you, okay? But I'm confronting you really in a conflicted manner, right? I'm bossing up, I'm woofing, I'm like, I have a demeanor that is not like I'm confronting to see, if we can create harmony in the situation. I'm confronting you like, what's up? Throughout life, being a parent and learning to be mature, right? Learning I don't have to fight every battle, right? I can lose the battle to win the war. It took me being challenged over and over and over again, being tested and tried in many different ways, many different circumstances to temper myself. And see, I'm the type of person to isolate myself when I have to implement a big change, like something that I know is going to make me uncomfortable, something that doesn't happen overnight, right? Because again, you have to constantly be tested and tried. You have to be put in situations in order for you to know you have changed. So just because I have implemented change and I moved on from, certain circles, I moved out of certain environments, didn't mean that it wasn't going to resurface in my life again. Again, because you have to be tested. You have no way of knowing that you changed until you find yourself in this situation again and you pass the test. You have to master these changes. And what do I mean by that, right? Because not every change that you implement in this lifetime, you're going to have, time and space to master. But when it comes to certain behaviors and characteristics, trust me, there's plenty of time, plenty of situational events that will occur in our life in which we can apply what we know. Like, could you imagine me as your personal trainer getting upset with you as you share your frustrations about, why you're not seeing results as fast as you want them, or whatever the case may be? Imagine me getting upset with you because I lack emotional control. I'm misunderstanding. I'm taking what you're telling me as an attack instead of educating you, right? Because I'm so aggressive. Because I have a habit of seeing things only from my point of view. Like, that's really how I was. So if I wasn't tested and tried and challenged in these situations, whether it was on a professional level or personal level, I still was going to react instead of responding. And guys, even in these moments where situations would resurface, I started to question myself, like, am I reaping? Is this a reap and sow situation? And even looking from it from that perspective was negative, right? Because it's like, you start to think like, no matter what I do, I can't get from up under this shit that I, have caused. I can't get from up under these consequences. I can't, move forward in a way that serves me. Trust me, I have felt all of these emotions, and that is not what it is. You are simply being stretched. You are simply being called. And while you're being called, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, old scars will resurface. Why? Because they're not healed, right? Or you have to master them. And it's okay, because every time they come up, every time they resurface, you can find a better way to handle it, a better way to adjust. In all honesty, it actually gets a little bit simpler, because it's like, I've already tackled this dog before, right? I've already been there, done that, right? So it gets a little bit easier. And the next thing you know, it's like, I work well under this type of pressure. Like, this is nothing to me. Like, I would not be able to be a professional in my business with the aggression that I had in the earlier 2000s. I'm telling you now, I would not be successful. So guys, I wanted to do this video to encourage you to keep showing up for you. Keep showing up, because God has heard your prayers. The universe has heard your cries. Mother Earth is listening to you. She sees all of your hard work. She sees the seeds that you have planted. And trust me, you will harvest it. You will be fruitful, but you gotta stay on track. You gotta stay on path. I know it gets, frustrating and uncomfortable sometimes, but the more you do it, the more you'll become better at it, the easier it'll become. It'll just be like, oh, okay, another one. Like, it'll be like second nature. You already know what to do, right? Okay, guys. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are new here, don't forget to share this message with someone who may need it, who, you know, could be struggling in this area, who feels like giving up, who feels like, you know, I've been on this road, I've been on this journey, I've been doing all the work that I needed to do, I've been making the changes, and it just seems like these things keep coming back. And I'm telling you, it's not you. I want you to know that you are strong and you are supported, and give it time. Things will take its form and its place in divine timing. Until next time, guys, I am out.